O King Nebuchadnezzar, we are not careful to answer you in this matter.
Throw them into the fire!
3 men walked in, but 4 came out. The furnace that couldn't burn. The music stopped. The air hung thick with the smoke of ceremony and the fear of 1,000 people. King Nebuchadnezzar, the most powerful ruler on earth, had erected a golden statue 90 feet high in the plain of Dura. His command was absolute. When the sound of the horn and the lyre filled the air, every single person, governors, administrators, advisors, everyone, was to fall down and worship the image. This was a test of loyalty, a terrifying demand for absolute conformity to the empire. Failure meant one thing: the immediate fiery end in a furnace superheated 7 times hotter than normal. Most people bowed. They bowed not out of conviction, but out of fear. They chose safety over principle. But standing against the tide of bowing humanity were 3 Hebrew men, Shadrach, Meshach and Abednego. They were captives, yet they held positions of power. They were foreigners, yet their faith was their homeland. When the music swelled, they remained standing, 3 solitary figures against the backdrop of 1,000 prostrate bodies. Their silent stand was the loudest rebellion the king had ever witnessed. Their defiance was immediately reported. The furious king brought the 3 men before him, offering a final chance to compromise. Bow now, or face the fire. The king's challenge was ultimate. Who is the God who will deliver you out of my hands? The reply from the 3 young men is one of the boldest declarations of faith in history, delivered not with arrogance, but with quiet, unshakable courage. They told the king, "O Nebuchadnezzar, we do not need to answer you in this matter. If this is so, our God whom we serve is able to deliver us from the burning fiery furnace, and he will deliver us out of your hand, O king. But if not, let it be known to you, O king, that we will not serve your gods or worship the golden image that you have set up." Notice the power in those 2 words. But if not. They weren't trusting God's deliverance. They were trusting God's character, even if the outcome was death. They refused to let the circumstance dictate their conviction. This defiance infuriated the king to the point of madness. He commanded the furnace be heated 7 times hotter than it had ever been. The fire was so intense that the very guards who threw the 3 men into the flames were consumed by the heat. Shadrach, Meshach and Abednego fell bound into the roaring inferno. The doors were shut. The king stood looking into the fire, expecting nothing but ash. But as he watched, his face drained of color. He stood up in astonishment and asked his counselors, "Did we not cast 3 men bound into the fire?" They confirmed it. He then stammered out the incredible truth, "But I see 4 men loose, walking in the midst of the fire, and they are not hurt, and the appearance of the 4th is like a son of the gods." The power of the flame, designed to utterly destroy them, was suddenly rendered inert. Their ropes were burned, setting them free, but the fire did not touch their clothing, their hair, or even leave the smell of smoke on them. When Nebuchadnezzar commanded them to come out, they emerged unscathed, walking calmly out of an impossible situation. The king, completely humbled, fell silent before the God of Israel, declaring that no other God could deliver like this God. The story of the fiery furnace anchors us to the truth that when you refuse to compromise your faith, you never walk into the fire alone. The test of fire is not about avoiding the flame. It is about proving that the presence of the divine is greater than any crisis the world can manufacture. When you refuse to bow, God will show up, walk with you, and prove that there is a 4th man in your fire. If this narrative strengthens your courage to stand firm, please subscribe to the Anchor Scroll. We are dedicated to bringing you cinematic stories of biblical truth 4 times every week. Next, don't miss our deep dive on the necessity of spiritual tenacity, the night a man fought God. Hit the subscribe button now and stand firm in your faith.